Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. It's Mary Jane, and let's talk about Atlanta Season 2, Episode 7. This was a terrible episode. I didn't like the episode. It's like, I don't know what's going on with Atlanta, but it's so different. I don't know if these filler episodes, but last season, like we got to see them grind, Darius on his mission, and the hip hop too as well, and then Paperboy trying to, get his music out there and be put out there more. And basically we're going away from that storyline, so we don't see no progression of, Paperboy's music, and then actually Earn being a manager, and what Darius is going to do, and actually what Van is going to do. It's not really any progression going on with the characters. We do find out, that Van had a kind of like a bad childhood because she was more wanting to connect to her indigenous side, her black side, and basically she grew up white and things like that, and she broke up with Earn, but she still wants to be with him. And then we learned that Earn is still like, stagnant. So is Paperboy. He's stagnant. We're not with the music, what happened with them making music, going to, these record labels and these companies and meeting with them. So we're not getting that. So basically this episode was about Van and her girls, and basically letting us know that Van is not over, Earn. Like, she is stalking his Instagram, and, she still wants to kind of be with him, but she is trying to move forward, and she's hanging with her girls. She's hanging with Candace, Nadine, and Tammy. Basically they're hanging, they chilling, and Candace is talking about, I got the IUD, so don't get no KID. And so basically, Candace and Nadine, basically I think them two, don't use them two, or is it I think it's Candace and Tammy, right? Candace and Tammy, that don't use condoms, and also Van don't use condoms. They use the IUD. Basically, I know there's been lawsuits against the IUD, and people have suffered back injuries from the IUD. They made it upgraded but I know a lot of women have suffered, and there was actually lawsuits and people suing for the IUD or whatever. So I don't know about that birth control. That's kind of like bad. And even the birth control that you insert inside, there was lawsuits against that too as well, because it caused damage. So anyways, and then so we get, what's her name, Tammy, talking about that she still used condoms. I think it's Tammy that still used condoms or whatever. And so Van is like, how old are you? And Candace is like, how old are you? You still use condoms? Like, of course you use condoms. And she was like, I don't got no HPV. Yes. And plus you can get HIV. She was like, I don't got no HIV. I don't got no HPV. So basically, yeah, you better use protection. Like, what's going on? So anyway, so these girls are raw dogging it. I was like, okay, that's what we get. And so we see that Van is stalking, what's his name, Earn's, Instagram, and then she's also stalking Drake Instagram and people's Instagram with all these fake photos of Drake. Like, come on. But anyways, I thought Drake was going to be in the episode, but he's not, because I know, Childish Gambino said F all rappers. He said F Drake or whatever, but I think he apologized for that now. So I was hoping to see Drake, so Drake is not there. Drake wasn't there. So anyways, these girls go, they get dressed, and basically Candace is using this DJ guy. She don't really like him, but he can get her, he's the it boy. He can get her into parties and things like that. So basically they had to go to a van, and they had to put a code in to get inside the van. The van was full of girls, full of thoughts. It was like a thought-a-thon. Tammy was saying, basically. And there was a girl on the van. She was crying and shit. She was so happy. And they get in the van with this guy, and this guy was like, these girls are so pretty. I'm gonna take you home. These girls can be kidnapped. They could have been sold into slavery. Like, you don't even know. They just jumped in the van with this dude or whatever. And basically it almost reminded me of the R. Kelly situation. It was R. Kelly riding around with the girls in the van, going to a secret location using a code. But basically these girls wasn't blindfolded, because they said R. Kelly blindfolded the girls. And then the girl that was crying on the bus, she couldn't get in, because I don't know what they were saying, like she was crazy, she wasn't invited. She came there with a paper saying it's been autographed by Drake. Drake signed it, and she couldn't get in. I don't know why they didn't let her in. She didn't fit in with the model type looking girls, or because she was heavier and things like that. She wasn't a quote unquote beauty. So, or basically, or she wasn't invited. So anyways, they had to put on booties or whatever because it had marble floors. Why have marble floors and when people can't walk on them and have fun when you have a big ass house like that? It don't make any sense. Drake is not there. These guys could have found out that Drake was on tour. That we could have went to his IG, his Instagram, his Snapchat, and found out that Drake is on the Euro tour or whatever. So basically everybody's hanger-ons, and they're basically using Drake's house to have a party without him knowing. So anyways, Candace, Van, Nadine and Naomi, basically they see the DJ guy that Candace is with, and so basically they want to meet Drake, but they're not able to meet Drake, so he gives them gummy bears, basically edibles. But some reason, Naomi edible went bad with her, so basically she had a real bad trip, and it was like OMG, like she was tripping. And then basically Van had to babysit, and then Candace, she bounced on the girls and she leaves because she's going with the DJ to to T-Pain's party. So she's leaving her girls high and dry. So how are they gonna get home? You know what I mean? Like, it was hard for them to get there, so how are they gonna get home? And so Van, she's still looking at her Instagram. I think she's trying to get a picture. She wants to get a picture with Drake, and also she's still stalking Earn. And basically she takes Naomi into a room to lay down and leave her there to go get water, which is a bad thing to do with someone's tore up like that. A bunch of people in a mansion, anything could have happened to us. So it was like these girls put themselves in a lot of risky situation. And then Van, she meets this guy that gives her a bottle of water, and he's following her around. He's kind of creepy. It looked like he was gonna do something to her when he took her downstairs. He took her to show her where the bathroom was. Basically, he's just his cousin is Drake Nutrition. So basically everybody's just like hanger-ons, groupies, chilling in Drake's house, and she was kind of scared. She got rid of him, and then she's looking for Naomi, and she's looking for Tammy. She can't find Tammy, and Tammy's outside chilling with, Darius. Thank God she was with Darius. Darius is talking about the superficial. He's talking about, like everything that we think is real is fake, basically, like artificial intelligence. And he's basically using a theory of sorts, basically saying that what we see is really not real. It's created. It's like digital. So basically, whatever is real is fake. What's fake is real. And computers and things like that, basically. So she finds her, so everything's all good or whatever. And then we get Nadine, she's kind of upset. She's chasing down Devion Johnson. Basically, she likes him, and he's like a wonderful actor in the theater, and he's with a white woman, and she's upset and she's mad about it. And basically she confronts the girl, talking about like, oh look, you have a black man as an accessory, what's wrong with a black woman or whatever. And then the Caucasian woman was like, yo, listen, I'm a good woman, we love each other, I was there for him, I supported him, I did this and I did that for him. She was like, well, it's because you was given that. That's because your life was set up like that for things to happen for you, where you can be able to support somebody for 7 years until they get on their feet. Because we don't have trust funds. Indigenous people don't have trust funds. We're set up to fail with the school system, with just so many different things, with food, with the neighborhood, with crime, with violence, with just everything going on, where her economics is different, so she can actually help somebody which get on their feet. And basically indigenous people from low economic backgrounds are not able to do the things that she's able to do to support a man. Basically they got too much struggles going on. So basically the dude Devion, he shows up and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, like if he was apologizing for every black man that's with a woman. And so basically Nadine was like, yo, listen, you don't see Brad Pitt chasing after a black woman. Basically just trying to say like the top Hollywood actors and people in Hollywood that really have that have a lot of money, they stick with their own kind, and basically they don't jump out with having an indigenous woman with them or whatever. And so, but basically black men always, most likely when they do have money, they have Caucasian women. So basically she's addressing that type of situation and that type of thought. It's just like whatever, like if he wants to be with her, he wants to be with this one, she wants to be with this one or that one, whatever. It doesn't bother me. It's no sweat off my teeth. I don't really give a damn. But basically she's just thinking that she can talk some sense into him, let him know, come back to your sisters, come back to the indigenous woman and support your community, basically. And and the women in your community. So it was that age old argument, which really doesn't matter today. Like, people want to do whatever they want to do. They're gonna date whoever they want, and it's up to it's up to you if you want to get mad or be upset about it. It's no sweat off my teeth. I could care less. If you love this person, you love that person, then good for you. But everybody do. A lot of people do that are indigenous want to see like their community grow with having a black man and a black woman and having kids and being fruitful and multiplying and building a strong community. People do want to see that as well. But you know what? People also know and understand people are going to love and marry and be with whoever they want to be with. So anyways, that argument's over. So now they realize that Drake is not there. Then they're having fake photos set up so people can take fake selfies with Drake and put it on their Instagram. So they're letting us know that people be fronting and being fraudulent. So basically the episode's about things that are fake, because Drake wasn't there. It was a lie that Drake's supposed to be there, so that was fake. And then these people taking these photos with these cardboard images of Drake is fake, and they're faking it on Instagram, they're faking it on social media to think they're popping, because that's what Van was thinking. She was thinking, Earn to move on with his life and he got somebody else. Well, I'm gonna move on with my life and get somebody else too, and I'm gonna get my Instagram popping, because all I do is have my daughter on there or whatever, and chicken. So she realized that these girls be fronting, and then also Van had a big hole in her dress, like she didn't belong there. And also, Nadine was talking about you Google beautiful woman, and then what comes up, Caucasian or whatever. So basically it is what it is. So they end up walking home. I was like, damn, Candace, she ain't no real friend. She left her girls out there to hot and dry. Like, they had no ride home, but they walking home with Darius. So it was a good thing that Darius was with Tammy, because Tammy could have really been taken advantage of while Candace left, and while Nadine is chasing after Davion Johnson to try to get him back in the community. And then you have Van, she's going around, she's putting on Drake's coat, his perfume and stuff. She's dancing. She thinks she's gonna see him. Now she thinks Drake is Mexican or whatever, because it's a guy in the basement talking Spanish, and basically he was trying to tell her, like, yo, I need help with the television. So it is what it is. So basically, I don't think this was a good episode. I don't know what's going on with Atlanta. They only had 2 good episodes, but it is what it is with that situation. I don't know what's good with Atlanta. Like, I'm totally disappointed. The acting is not bad. It's just the storyline. I want to see a development with the character, especially from last season. Then also Van giving away $4,000 to get these credit cards. Like, it doesn't make any sense. What is Paperboy doing with his career, and how is Earn helping him advance in his career? Like, you've seen like Darius doing stuff with the pit bull, Darius going different places, like, and showing us stuff. So you don't really see that so far. And this is episode 7, and we only got 2 good episodes, the one with Cat Williams and the other one with Teddy Perkins. And basically when Teddy Perkins talks about hip-hop never matured, hip-hop stayed in its adolescence, basically that's just saying that there's no room for the elders or older people and rap music and hip-hop, because people forget about the elders and the older people in hip-hop, where they don't want to buy their music and support them. Basically, you got to support your elders and the music. You just can't give up on them and forget about them and move on. So it's like hip-hop doesn't get older, it just gets younger and younger, which it should get older and younger. It should have all 3 stages of life. You know what I mean? So anyways, peace. I'm out. One love. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. I don't know what's going on with this show, but this episode, we got 7 episodes and we only have 2. This episode was a C-. Peace. I'm out. One love.